Hi everyone, Coach Rob here. I'm with Miss Fiona Hilario. She's the co-founder of Lay Bear, and she also put up a new business, Glaze Beauty Lounge.
Correct, Rob.
Thank you. Okay, so Fiona and I we met each other in a business networking event, and I found her so interesting, and I wanted to learn more from her. And the lessons I am learning from Fiona, I want to share with all of you. So, which is why I'm recording our little interview. So I wanted to ask her some questions. The first question was, why entrepreneurship?
I'm a single mom. I told you, right?
You're a single mom. You're a single mom.
Yeah, I missed a lot of my daughters first. I was working in corporate.
You're corporate, yeah.
Yes, well, I was working for the U.S. Embassy as an HR specialist, and my daughter was 3 that time.
Okay.
I missed her first step, first word. I was gone the whole day, left the house at 5:30, came home at 9:30. So I felt I missed so many important phases of her life. And I felt that entrepreneurship would give me more time and hopefully, more money to give her a better future.
That's one reason why people enter entrepreneurship, because they want the flexibility. But
Flexibility, yes.
it's also all consuming. Did it give you actually some flexibility?
Actually, the first 3 years, no, I had less time.
Yeah.
And my brother even had to adopt my daughter for a bit because I didn't have time to take her to school, attend even, doctor's appointments. I missed all those. The first 3 years were really tough. I was working 16-hour days, and I had to take on a call center job starting out because we still couldn't afford to pay bills with the business. So it was tough. But after the first 3 years, then the flexibility came in, the money came in, we got our first house, and all set.
Did you always see yourself as an entrepreneur though?
No, not at all. I was an accidental entrepreneur.
Okay.
I was more of a career employee, and I was looking to retire with the VA because we had this benefit after serving 20 years for the US government. You get a green card. So my whole plan was to move. Yes, move abroad after 20 years with the VA. And when we started Lay Bear, we didn't have a business plan, nothing formal plan. It was just one afternoon we were talking, my sister and I, and thinking, okay, what side business can we do, alongside our full-time jobs.
Okay, yeah.
It wasn't to replace anything. It was just an idea. Yeah, out of the blue, we have our weekends free. Maybe we can do something. So that's how it came about.
Back then, it was unheard of to have such a business.
Yes.
Now it's so regular. What gave you the courage to? What made you see the need, and what gave you the courage to go for it?
That time in 2006, I was already waxing for 2 years. I was getting
yourself.
Yes.
Okay.
I was getting Brazilian waxes already, and that was so taboo. But I went to Bangkok 2 months, in February 2006, and we went to this girly bar.
Yeah.
All the women were, bare.
Okay.
So I felt that if Thailand was already ready for that, maybe the Philippines is ready, to go bare. Because a lot of my friends that time, we were all getting Brazilian waxes, but it was kind of hush-hush.
Okay, pardon my ignorance. Brazilian's not completely bare, no?
No, it is. It Lay Bear, it's 100%
Okay, okay. I told you I did have my back waxed once. Yeah, so I have Brazilian back, I suppose you call that, no?
No, just back.
Yeah. Okay. Now, one big question.
Mm-hmm.
What does it take to go from one outlet, 2 outlets, to now you have 150?
Yes, 155 in 20 years. And we grew pretty fast.
Yeah.
We hit the 50 branch mark at 5 years, 100 at 10 years. And then we actually diversified. We now have 5 retail brands aside from Lay Bear.
Okay.
Can I plug?
Yes, please.
We have Lay Bear Plus that offers laser, because some people, prefer to laser their hair instead of wax. We offer that. And then we have a nail brand. It's called Passion Nails. We have a lash brand that's called Lavish Lashes.
Okay.
And then finally, we have what we call Robots and Dolls. It's Skitty Cuts. After 20 years.
That's really amazing to me, because the way I've lived my life is always just focus on one thing and make it big. But Lay Bear was already big and growing and growing. What made you do other brands?
We wanted to be the top of mind for personal care services. And you can just say, I'm just going to focus on waxing. There are other facets of personal care.
Okay.
And right now we actually own Active White. If you're familiar, it's like soap, scrubs, etc.
Okay.
Because we wanted to do other stuff in personal care, and we're in the middle of transitioning to yet another personal care brand, more of product side naman. Because we didn't want to stay all in services, we wanted to, be able to run something. Even for example, a second pandemic happens.
Yeah.
If our retail stores are closed, then we would still have something online.
Okay.
So that's why we veered into products as well.
Do all of these other businesses come as a result of when you're growing one business, there are certain needs that come out? And so you
Yes,
can see-
exactly.
Yeah.
And our clients, they start as young as 9 years old to wax, and they've been with us 20 years. So
9
they're
years
not.
old? Is
Yes.
that,
No, legs normally,
Okay,
and underarms. They start puberty early, and now they're moms already. So the life cycle, and they
It's been
ask for
20 years,
yes,
yeah.
they ask for laser, they ask for nails, and then lashes, and that's how we kind of grew. We listened to what our clients needed from us.
Whenever I talk to people about entrepreneurship, one line that they always say is, baka naman mahirap yan. What's your reaction to that?
Well, yeah, of course it's
Yeah, of course
mahirap.
it's
Yeah, of course. But even working 8 hours a day is mahirap. You're stuck in traffic for like 2 hours
Yeah.
of the day. You get paid a fixed salary no matter how much effort you put in. So just pick your hard.
Pick your heart. It's always going to be hard.
Mhm.
What
It
is
is
the
always-
mindset, Fiona, for an entrepreneur to deal with difficult things?
My personal mindset was I'm willing to do whatever it takes to
Yeah.
succeed. And I told you I have a new business, and that's still what I follow. That's still my mantra. We've been around like 2.5 years, and it's still like super struggling
Yeah.
phase.
Yeah.
But I know that this will pass, and I'm willing to do whatever it takes to make it succeed. So that's always, the thing in mind. What's the end goal? And the end goal is always to be number one.
Number one. Galing. There's the F word I'm going to mention, although I'd like to remove this F word from my life. But being with someone like you, I want to hear your perspective on the word failure. How do you see the word failure, and how do you deal with what people call as failure?
I don't believe in failure.
Exactly.
That's one. I think everything is a learning experience.
Yeah.
I'll cite a very clear example. We were in the US for 11 years.
Yeah.
We opened 5 locations, and all 5 stores are gone. But what did that teach us? It teaches us that it was easier to expand in Asia, where economy, weather, money is the same, than going to a first world country. So that's what it taught me personally. And, we lost a lot of money, but we gained a lot of knowledge, and it prepares us for our next venture outside the Philippines.
Was that attitude something you always had with you, or it's something that you developed while you were growing your business?
I think I had like a mini version of that in me growing up. And then as an entrepreneur, it just got honed.
Okay.
Yeah, true experience.
Advice for people who want to enter entrepreneurship or for young entrepreneurs?
I think you have to decide what you really want to be, because there are 2 types of entrepreneurs.
Oh.
One who will follow like a franchise system.
Okay.
And then 2 is to build your own brand.
Okay.
I think it depends on your personality and resilience. You should build something if you know you can last that long. And then if you want something more guaranteed, then go with a franchise. Start with a franchise first, learn the ropes, and then when you're more confident, then build your own brand.
If you want to start your franchise, you could message Fiona directly. I'll put some links below.
Yes, all our
Oh, she's-
brands are open for franchising.
Yeah. Okay. The number one mistakes that young entrepreneurs make, what to avoid?
I would say learning the difference between trying harder or quitting. And when I say quitting, I'm not saying give up the business.
Okay.
I'm saying move on past this failure that you mentioned.
Yeah.
Because we're number one. Like, Bear's number one. We've been around 20 years, but we've closed stores. And we
Okay.
don't, cry over those closed stores. Okay, we learned the lesson, move on. Okay, know what not to do next. So that, I think you have to fail fast,
Fail fast.
recover,
Yeah.
move forward.
Yeah. I always say recognize reality quickly.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Stop wasting resources.
Yeah, and then move on and
Yes.
keep on adjusting. You mentioned your number one. When did people start copying your business?
I think we became a household name when labor became a verb.
Yeah.
Di ba? Magpapa-labor ako ngayon and you see it in all the forums and, syempre, kilig to the bones yun. I think that's the turning point. And then by year 10, so many copycats were sprouting.
How do you stay ahead of the copycats?
We have the biggest network and we never sleep. Really, the board is very active, our CERCOM's very active, and we're always looking for ways to improve ourselves and to stay relevant. We're never complacent.
Okay. So you're always evolving. What's
Yes.
the latest evolution in labor in the last 2 years?
It's more of the back end. We're big on metrics. We
Okay.
study our numbers really well. If you notice, if you're ever a client of other waxing salons, they don't even get your data. But we study data very carefully. We know our numbers really well, and that's how we grow.
Speaking of which, customer relations. How important is that for an entrepreneur?
Very important, especially in the service industry, because one bad client will tell 10, prospective clients that the service was so bad. So hopefully people would agree that we're at par in terms of customer service. And then we have a whole department dealing with customer service issues. And we take complaints or even feedback, very seriously and make sure it's cascaded. Once we decide how to improve this one thing at the CERCOM level, it goes down to Mancom, goes down to the branches. And we make sure we react pretty fast.
Last question. A lot of people build businesses in order to exit. Do you look to sell your businesses or are you keeping them for your next generation?
That was a question by our franchise developer when we franchised Labor. Is Labor ever going to be for sale? And the answer is no. I don't know what the future holds just because all our kids right now, they're so far from the business, but eventually we would want them to take over. It's definitely going to be a legacy brand that we want to keep in the family.
Succession is definitely family business. It's something you really have to worry about.
Yes.
So when you figure it out, let me know.
Yes, it is a concern. We're still grooming our kids, even if they haven't really decided to be part of the business. But from day one, they were trained as an entrepreneur because it was different. When I was growing up, we were trained to be a good employee, diba? For kami, all our kids, since we were entrepreneurs when they were little, yun yung training nila.
Did you include, summer, would they work in the shops?
Yes, my daughter's first job at 13 years old was the receptionist of Labor in Studio City.
Very good. That's good. Okay, the last advice that you can give aspiring entrepreneurs on how to succeed as an entrepreneur in the Philippines.
I have 4 actually, and I say this all the time. Number 1 is be decisive. That's the number 1 trait you need to have as an entrepreneur, diba? Kasi if you move too slow, maunahan ka.
Yeah.
So it's related to number 2, very action-oriented. When we decided in March 2006 that we were going to open a waxing salon, we opened on June 4, 2006, just two months later. And then third, if you're going to be in the service industry like we are, you have to be service-oriented.
Yeah.
So servant leadership is one thing we promote. You'll see that in our culture. And I feel that if you want to grow, like a big brand in the service industry, you have to be a servant leader. And number 4, it's always to pay it forward. Not keep abundance within you lang, but spread it to your people, to your clients, to your suppliers. So pay it forward. I think that's the secret of our success.
And she's definitely very successful. Guys, I am the reason why I wanted to talk to Fiona was to learn from her. When we first met, I said, there's a lot I want to learn from you.
Did you learn anything today?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no such thing as a back Brazilian.
Yes, exactly. It's just back wax.
No, I learned a lot. And, I hope that our family business has the same success as yours.
Oh, yeah. Good luck.
Yeah, thank you very much.
I noticed you from the start, your brand.
Yes. Guys, I hope you learned a little bit. Thank you, Fiona. And make sure to follow her on Instagram and...
Yes, at Labor Queen Bee.
See you guys. Bye-bye.
Thank you.